So what is going on, everybody? It is your boy T Glizzy here, and I am excited to be bringing you guys another awesome video today. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Niobe labs and how it's still inaccessible by any guardian at the moment right now. So there is a huge issue with Niobe where it is not accessible by any guardian until the puzzle is completed. So the puzzle is very in depth. I'm talking like this isn't your average go buy a puzzle from the store. This is a cipher mixed with a puzzle mixed with wave defense. It's a lot to stack up against the player, and I just want to go over a few things about Niobe Labs, and I want to talk about, was it a fail, was it a flop, or is it actually something that we wanted that we actually did not know we wanted? So let's hop right into this. So my number one con with the brand new Black Armory DLC is when the expansion first launched, everybody hopped on the game expecting to be able to play some brand new content. The issue with this was if you weren't at the very end of the last content, then you weren't able to access the brand new content. This is the first time this has happened in Destiny. Most of the time you can hop on with a DLC and you can be whatever light level and you'll be able to play it, check it out, earn brand new gear to level you up to that brand new light level so you can participate in these brand new activities. With Black Armory, they completely changed up how they're releasing DLC. Now they're going to be benefiting their end game. Now they polished the game up, they like how you level up, they like how you gain light. Now they're trying to add on to the end game, which was humongously lackluster at launch. So when the Black Armory DLC launched, they launched the forges starting at 615 light. If you're a player like me who stopped playing the game for a while and ended up picking it up around Black Friday and then bought the DLCs with it because it was on a humongous sale, then you are behind the 8 ball. So I had about a week to play before Black Armory launched, and I was around 530, 540 when it launched, and I was super excited. Me and my other buddy around 540, 550 hopped on, and we were like, let's go tackle this content. We were talking all about it the night before, and we ended up getting on and figuring out that you had to be 610 light. And I know a lot of you guys came across that same issue. Maybe you were 570, 580, and you weren't able to attempt this content on day 1, day 2, maybe not even day 3. It took me about 4 weeks to actually be able to participate in this content. Huge issue. What I paid for was the Black Armory expansion, or for the annual pass, and I wanted to be able to play the annual pass on day 1. I wasn't able to play the annual pass on day 1 of the Black Armory, and that's a huge issue. Like I said, this is con number 1. One of the biggest flaws with this expansion was blocking out and negating a ton of the player base. About 60% of the player base wasn't able to hop into Black Armory when it first launched. Con number 2. So con number 2 we have here was the Izanami Forge. So I actually just unlocked this forge about 3 or 4 days ago, and the quest for it was a pain in my behind. I'm not gonna lie to you, it sucked. I tried to solo the rekindle the forge mission, and that was insane. It requires friends, and that's just something you don't do. When you offer a brand new DLC, and just to unlock the the community activity, you actually have to play with friends, and I don't like doing that at all. I mean, I love my friends, I love everybody, I love you guys, but when I want to hop in solo, I just got off a long day of work and I just want to grind the quest out and then just get to the forge and then maybe queue up players and try the forge out. I can understand queuing for the in-game activity or having to find players for that, but to unlock the in-game activity and actually having to find people to do it with, I just feel like there's going to be an issue with it. If you're trying to grind this at the end of the season and a lot of people aren't doing this mission, you might be stuck and not be able to unlock this mission because it is extremely hard to beat. It's not easy. It's insane. I mean, Kargan is a beast. Cabal, I'm not gonna say, like, he's an absolute beast, and he killed me hundreds of times trying to solo it, and then it took me to hop in with a couple friends to actually beat it, or one other friend. But like I said, I wanted to solo that piece of content, didn't want to have to go find somebody off an LFG site to actually complete it with. So that is a humongous con, is all the content is not soloable in this DLC, and it shows it inside of Niobe Labs. And con number 3, so like I said, Niobe Labs, we just were talking about it. That is a huge issue. It is not soloable. So if you pay for this expansion, then about 50% of it you aren't going to be able to do if you're a solo player. That's an issue, and it's all the good stuff. You can't do none of the good stuff if you are a solo player, and you paid for it by yourself. Nobody helped you pay for it, so you should be able to play it and beat it all by yourself. So that is a huge issue that Niobe isn't a solo activity. There's no way for solo players to hop in and try to participate and help in the puzzle. Like I said, I'm a solo player. I would love to help and participate and partake inside of the puzzle, but I don't want to have to put a team together to actually play the puzzle. I don't want to have to do that for us to get stuck on level 7 and be sitting there not having no clue what to do and then die and have to restart all the way from bypass level 1. I don't like how they set up Niobe, how when you die you have to reset, how it's mostly only streamer based for the streamers, and it just puts a lot of pressure on the streamers too also. I don't appreciate it. I think Bungie, what they were going for here was sounding really cool on paper. Let's do a huge community event where somebody in the community has to finish this puzzle, and then everybody in the community will be able to unlock this brand new activity. But the issue with it here is they put weight on most of our big streamers inside of the community. T-Rex and Datto are two huge names that I heard about that they need to complete this. Everybody's relying on them. Everybody's leaning on them. That's not good. It's a community driven event. It was an event made for T-Rex. It was an event made for Datto. It was an event made for the entire community to take part in and to actually, you know, help in, such as like when Zombies releases its brand new Easter eggs. A lot of the community comes together to put together steps before they all data mined all the freaking zombie steps. But back in the day, they used to all come together, put together the steps, and then when the steps were all put together, we could actually complete the Easter egg. And I feel like that's what Bungie was trying to go for here, because the Easter eggs from Zombies are keen. They are amazingly done up until I think around Black Ops 4. I don't like Black Ops 4's Easter eggs at all, but I just love how they used to do their Easter eggs, and I think that's what Destiny was trying to go for here, or Bungie. They were trying to achieve that status of player everybody just playing and participating and working on one big activity, and not being a raid where we're, you know, giving each other the raid boss encounters and giving each other tips, but actually us all working together. And it kind of just turned around and backfired on them. Like I said, it turned into an event for the big streamers. All of the other people are just sitting back, letting them do it, and that's just putting more and more pressure on those streamers to complete it, because we are rolling up on 24 hours of not being able to play Niobe Labs' new content, and that's an issue. Like I said, it's not soloable. Not everybody can help in and participate and help, and that's one of the bigger issues. And I don't know if you really want to consider this a pro or a con, but I'm gonna put it on the pro side, and I'm gonna say my biggest tip to Bungie is don't go ape shit when the Penumbra expansion actually drops, or the Penumbra DLC inside of the annual pass actually drops. They did say inside of their vlog that the Penumbra DLC will have tons of mysteries for us to find out, like the Whisperer Worm and stuff like that. And that's what, you know, they also said about Niobe. And I don't want no more parts of this. I don't want to see a puzzle pop up in Penumbra, so we have to unlock maybe the raid behind a Penumbra super freaking cipher. That does not sound fun at all. And after this, I think the community's all gonna speak their mind and speak how they feel about Niobe Labs. I'm gonna be hopping into it, and I will be grabbing a team and trying it out a little bit. But like I said, I'm not gonna enjoy any minute of it, because it's only relying on a couple people that really have the time to sit down and to dedicate hours upon hours into one activity to complete, to unlock it for everybody. And I do give my respects and I tip my hats off to those people. I really do. And you should check out their streams and give them all the support in the world. And if you have any suggestions, give it to them and talk to them about it. Even though I know a lot of things have been done, all of the names have been spelled out, we done tried anything that would make sense. Now it's time to think outside of the box. So currently, everybody is stuck on level 7. Level 6 took about 9 to 10 hours to complete, and now everybody is on level 7. So there's that, and hopefully there is only 7 levels, and then the Forge actually unlocks for us. So here's to nothing, but here was my personal feeling about the Niobe Labs and its release. I don't think it was executed right. I think it was a huge flop, and I think it is going to have an effect on the player base at the moment, because a lot of people have just given up and said said screw it, and they don't know why it's not unlocking. And a majority of people don't go on YouTube and Twitch all the time to figure out all the information. They just don't see it popping up in the game, so they're not going to go off of a limb and go hunt it down or anything like that. And the fact that it's still locked behind walls, I got a couple friends that just hop on Google, they look up what they want to get done for Destiny, and then they just go on their way with that. And looking up on Google how to unlock this Niobe Labs, you just get told that it's locked behind content, and so other players can complete it, and that's just steering and driving a lot of other players away and making a lot of people angry that they spent this $35 and they're not able to do nothing. And I have tons of people who play tons of other games and don't have a lot of time to dedicate to Destiny, especially with it taking on its brand new grind factor where you have to grind this game out for so many hours. A lot of my friends paid $35 expecting to hop in and at least get a little bit of story and be able to do something, and they've yet to play the brand new Black Armory expansion. So RIP them. I hope you guys are actually having a good time with the expansion. I know I am. Personally, I'm having a great time with it. I just don't like how they did a couple things. Like I said, on my con side, I don't appreciate how they did those and rolled those out. Could have did it in a much better format, but that's going to do it for me. I'm going to be bringing you guys a full Black Armory DLC review once this all concludes on January 29th with the last word. I wanted to package it all up into a sweet video and bring it to you guys, a full review of the expansion, and if you should buy the annual pass or if you shouldn't. This is going to be one of the biggest, most hardest questions to answer. And like I said, if you play DLC and if you play Destiny every day and you want the DLCs, buy it. It'll be worth your money. You'll love it. If you can sit down and dedicate hours and hours to this game because you love this game, buy it. It's worth it. I mean, this game is amazing. But if you don't have much time and you only have about 2 hours to play a day and you are just hopping into Destiny, you're going to be coming across a lot of issues, especially coming up in the future with these other DLCs. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I've been T Glizzy. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I just want to thank each and every one of you to making it to the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know by hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that like button. And I've been T Glizzy. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll see you guys in another. Peace.